How do you survive a divorce where the other side is just hell-bent on spending all the money with all sorts of frivolous motions and frivolous requests? Well, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, the lead-in question that I talked about, how one person is spending all the money, it's a very common thing. A lot of people who are unstable, who are illogical, who are driven more by emotion than by the logic of the situation, would rather spend themselves broke and be a pauper than, split half with the other side. Why? I don't know why. They feel jilted, they're slighted, they're insulted, they're mad, they're emotional, whatever drama there is. And you do see that every now and then. And the question is, how do you survive it if you're on the other side of that? The other side is hell-bent in spending every dime. So they're filing every single motion. They're spending every penny they have on legal fees. And of course, you don't have a choice. They file a motion against you. You got to respond. And you know what happens when you respond? Then now you're paying legal fees. And even if the court rules that they're wrong and you're right, guess what? You still had to pay that money to be proven you were right, which pretty much puts you in the same place as you were before he filed that motion, except you're, $20,000 more broke. So how do you deal with that? Well, number one, the courts can stop financial abuse if they get the sense that that's what's going on. So after one or two such motions, the court is going to get the sense that it's frivolous. And you can ask the court to award attorney fees to reimburse you for having filed to respond to a frivolous motion. And you can show the court that here's the last 2 or 3 motions that were filed. They had no basis at all. You can also get the transcripts from the prior hearings where the court might have told the other side there's no basis for this and this makes no sense. And then showing that to the court might award you a reimbursement of attorney fees, and that will chill the other side from continuing to file these kinds of cases. Frivolous lawsuits. I saw a posting where somebody said that during the course of the divorce, a lawsuit was filed against their business by their soon-to-be ex. Frivolous lawsuits can be addressed in another way. The court rules allow for a motion to be filed to secure costs. When you get a lawsuit that you believe is frivolous, you can have your lawyer file a petition, which is called a motion for security of costs, which will force the other side to post a bond to cover the defense fees in that case. And a lot of times the court will say, okay, I'll let this case go forward, but because of its dubious nature, because it's really just trying to get traction in a divorce, because I can't be assured that this isn't filed out of spite rather than out of merit, I'm going to order the other side to put up $20,000 as a bond toward the other side's attorney fees. And that allows you the comfort of being able to file it. And then if it turns out to be frivolous, you can petition the court to release the bond to you. Even better than that, once they find out that they now have to post a bond, and this is costing more than a filing fee, this is costing $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that they have to post with the court, maybe they don't go forward with that case. So you have that option as well. Michigan law also allows for a leveling of the playing field with respect to attorney fees in the divorce. So if you are being asked to to spend a lot of money defending a case, you can ask the court, hey, I'm spending all this money. I want the other side to contribute to these attorney fees. I want some assistance so that we're not buried in the cost. The truth of the matter is, though, all that does is level the playing field. All that means is that you go broke at the same time. So I'm not sure that that's the best way to do it. I think if you're really faced with frivolous lawsuits in the context of a divorce, a motion for security of costs is the appropriate thing. Also, asking the court to require that the other side pay or reimburse you for attorney fees for motions and for frivolous actions that should not have been required. These kinds of things. The court is living with you through this divorce process and very much can get a feel for what the other side is like. So I think in that circumstance, you have that available to you as well. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.
248-588-3333. 248